Hi, Dale Davidson, the nursing home guy, here today talking about COVID and how does that affect everybody, especially the seniors today. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. As always, leave some comments below and we will certainly respond to them. You can go on Google My Business and ask me a question there, or you can email me at dearnursinghomeguy@gmail.com, dearnursinghomeguy@gmail.com. So if you haven't heard about COVID, you're living under a rock. But how does COVID affect senior citizens? Well, the issue with COVID is, of course, a lot of different things. But you hear about the government and these healthcare professionals wear a mask and social distance. Well, what is happening to our seniors is that they're taking this social distancing to, I think, extreme measures. Now, I'm all about protecting people and protecting people from, any kind of disease and things of that nature. But there's got to be a happy medium in here somewhere, but I don't know where this is. And so what I'm talking about is when you have a loved one who has to be isolated or quarantined because of COVID. Now, your isolation and quarantines usually take place in assisted livings facilities or nursing homes. You don't usually have a quarantine or isolation at home, but that does happen too. And I will say that somebody who has been isolated or quarantined is 3 more times likely to die from that than any other cause. Let me tell you what happens. You're isolated, you're quarantined. You have no interaction with family. We're human beings, okay? We are programmed to have relationships with other human beings. Life is about relationships. Now, if you're a senior citizen and you've been around family all your life, and now you're stuck in a room in a nursing home and being checked on every 3 hours, what kind of interaction are you having? Well, you can have visitation through a window, but you can't hold the individual's hand. That's not really visitation, although it helps. Every little bit helps, but that's not visitation. That's still isolation. And tell you what, I've had more complaints from clients as to what we've termed to be elder abuse from nursing homes and assisted living facilities as to the isolation. You know what the number one form of elder abuse is? Physical elder abuse is the number one? Bed sores. So if your loved one is in a nursing home and they're being isolated, are they being turned and looked after the way they should be? Now, if you're there visiting them and able to touch them and be with them, you could help and make sure that they're being taken care of properly by being turned every several hours to prevent bed sores. But I've got some pictures that would blow your socks off about some bed sores from a patient in a nursing home that had been isolated for about 4 to 6 months from her family because of COVID. The facility shut down in the height of COVID, shut down all visitation, and so very difficult to get in there and check on your loved one, except for communicating through the nursing staff. But those pictures would absolutely knock your socks off. Isolation and quarantining is a really, really bad alternative to caring for our loved ones, our seniors. There's got to be a happy medium. There's got to be some way that we can go in and actually see and be with our loved ones who are in these facilities. One of my parents was in one of these facilities. I'd be glad to dress up in a hazmat suit and whatever I had to do to go in and just be in the room with them versus have to look at them through the window. Look, I understand COVID. COVID is a really bad and deadly disease. It affects people differently. We have, the seniors are our most vulnerable population as to this disease, to this virus, but you're compounding the problem. In my opinion, you're compounding the problem by isolating and quarantining. Let me give you an example. Somebody goes into a skilled nursing facility. The first 10 to 14 days, they are automatically quarantined because, and rightfully so, they don't want people to spread that disease to other patients, okay? And I understand that. But at the same time, you still should allow some kind of visitation, whether it be outside, window, whatever it may be. But I see a lot of these facilities that are not allowing any kind of visitation during quarantine, or the person can't visit via a window because they don't have a window, or they may be on the second floor of the facility. All kinds of scenarios. Just be careful. The best way to care for your senior who may be in assisted living or a skilled nursing facility is to visit early, often, as much as you can. If they're not going to let you in, then continually, go by there and do the window visits. But make sure that your voice is heard to the administrators and to the nursing facility, that you're keeping a watchful eye on them because they are in charge of caring for your senior. If you have any questions regarding this video, have any comments, I know some people might not agree with my stance, but that's okay. But leave some comments below, or feel free to shoot me an email at dearnursinghomeguy@gmail.com, dearnursinghomeguy@gmail.com. And look, we can have a discussion, okay, as to all of this COVID goings on, and we can respect each other's views. So, in the meantime, again, if you like what we're doing here on this channel, like and subscribe. We've got some more videos coming out here in the next couple of weeks. Until then, have a blessed day.
No more whiskey, I'll have a Coke. Catching bass on it.